This video was made possible through the EA Game Changers program. Big thank you to EA for providing my travel and my hotel to this capture event at Sims Camp, London. Hi everyone! It's the EnglishSimmer here, and today I am bringing you what is probably my last video on Get Famous and the official news that all came from Sims Camp. And I realized that in my other videos, I had actually skipped a couple of things that you guys actually asked me to check out or like talk to the gurus about. So I kind of wanted to do this like FAQ of what you guys most wanted to know about, just to give you kind of short answers in a really quick video and just discuss what you guys want to know about the pack. So one of the biggest questions I've actually received since uploading my videos is, how do you actually gain fame? Which, I mean, I can see why you guys are asking. I also struggled with this when I first hopped into the game. I assumed that we would just go introduce ourselves to celebrities and their fame would have an effect on me. However, that was not the case. The Sims team have actually changed that, because Sims 3 you could literally just talk to a celebrity and you would gain fame pretty much instantly, and that's not realistic. And also, a lot of people complained that it was far too easy to gain fame that way. So they have switched things around a little bit. You can still do that. There's actually a perk that means that you can network with other celebrities way easier, and their fame will actually have an effect on you gaining fame. But if you don't want to go down that route, there are tons of other ways to gain fame. Obviously, you have the new production skill, so you can make videos and post those online. Those will gain you fame. Also, loads of interactions from previous packs. For example, Holly Beebe, who I was sat next to whilst we were recording, she went to a lounge and she actually bought a round of drinks for everyone at the lounge, and she gained fame from that. So there are loads of different ways to gain fame and reputation. It tends to be how you treat Sims. For example, we saw my Sim Avery. He was being nice to his fans in public, and that meant that he gained fame. So every interaction that gives you fame actually has a little indicator next to it. It has a little plus star in the brackets, and that will earn you some amount of fame. And also, if your sim is in a bog standard career, if say they are an astronaut, or if they're in the entertainer career, for the careers where it makes sense that those people gain fame, they will. It's called passive fame. And I spoke a little bit in detail with Sim Guru Ninja about this, and he was basically saying, for example, my sim Avery, who is like a level 9 astronaut, it makes sense that people would probably know who he was. So when he was at work, he actually came back and I got the notification that he had started on like his road to fame, and he had actually passively gained some whilst being at work. It wasn't enough to get him to a new level, but he had gained some amount of fame. So I'm assuming that's going to be the same for like the singing career. There's not actually a dedicated singing career. I know a couple of you guys have asked me about that. But Sims can get famous by being in the entertainer career, which we already have in our game. I'm assuming they can also gain fame from maybe busking out in public. Like, say if you wanted to go to San Myshuno and you wanted your sim to busk, then you could also apply them to the labor of work, the new self-employment. You could probably sign them up to self-employment, type in like busker or singer-songwriter, have that as your career in the more traditional sense, but you could earn your money and probably your fame from busking out in the street. That's not confirmed, that's just kind of me using my logic and seeing how that could all tie in together. So that kind of gives you a little overview on how you actually start earning fame. I would have loved to done like a complete list, but there are so many interactions that actually like gain you fame or like worsen your reputation or lift up your reputation that it just couldn't be done in the 4 hours that I had to record whilst I was at camp. Moving on from that, a lot of you were asking, how do you opt out of fame? Can you opt a certain family out if you don't want them to gain fame? I talked about this a little bit in my perks and quirks video, because once you go into your Sims panel, if you go into their fame panel, you can actually see the option along the bottom, which is quit the spotlight. So that is for the specific sim that you are currently playing as. You can hit that button and that sim will lose all of their fame and they won't gain any more fame until you opt back into the fame system for that specific sim. So you can do it that way. You can go into each individual sim on a household, have them quit the limelight, and they will stop gaining fame. You can also do this in the options menu. You can head to, I think there's like a little option for fame or something like that, maybe get famous. You can click on that and you can actually opt out the entire save. So the entire save file, you can just hit that, and anyone who has fame will keep their fame. However, no new sims that are created, and also I think your playable sims, they will not gain any more fame than they already have. So there are definitely ways to opt out if you do not want fame to affect your gameplay. And also another point on that, the Sim Gurus did confirm to me that if you play rotationally and say you are, let's say you're playing with the Heckings one time and you get them to a specific level of fame that you want them to stay on, if you go and play another household in that same save file, the Heckings won't actually move up or down. Their fame and their reputation will be exactly the same way as you left it when you go back to play them. So the only sims that can actually gain and lose fame are the playable sims that you are currently playing in that moment in time. A lot of you were also asking me about Townie Sims. I did confirm in my gameplay video that the townies you see in Del Sol Valley, there are only like 5 or 6 of them. Those are not the only celebrities that you will bump into. Celebrities can be spawned just as random townies who don't actually live in a world. For example, the Altos are back from The Sims 3. Someone actually saw a Holly Alto roaming around my game. So the game constantly spawns these celebrities, they just won't live in the world. And also, kind of on that topic of townies and fame, no previous other townies will have fame. The only people that will have fame when you load up Get Famous for the very first time in a save are those townies in Del Sol Valley who already have it. Those people in the pinnacles who are already a celebrity will have fame. However, for example, the Goths, the Landgrabs, anyone like that, anyone from any previous pack will not have any fame levels. You can go into their families and change that. There is actually a cheat that the guru said is going to be shipped with this pack where you can just turn on testing cheats, you can shift click, and you can set someone's fame level and you can also set their reputation. So say if you wanted the Landgrabs to be this mega famous family, you could change their reputation and their fame by hopping into their household and cheating that up for everyone in the household, then hop back out and they will stay on that level. Kind of on this point, a lot of you guys were asking if you had to live in Del Sol Valley to become a celebrity. No, that is not the case. Fame is not only dedicated to Del Sol Valley. You can live in Willow Creek and get famous. You can live in San Myshuno and be like a famous politician. The fame system is not tied into that singular world. The best way I can put it in terms of pre-existing packs is, say, for vampires. So just like you can create a vampire and they can live in any world, they don't actually have to just live in Forgotten Hollow, they can live anywhere. Your celebrities can do the same. Can Sims lose fame? Yes, your playable Sims, as I said, they can only lose fame if you are currently playing with them, but if your playable Sim hasn't left the house in a while, if if they haven't been going to like clubs or getting themselves out in public in general, if the paparazzi haven't been taking pictures of them, if they are slipping from relevancy, then yes, they can actually lose fame, and they can lose it pretty quickly. When they lose fame, the perks that you need for that specific fame level will also disappear for you. However, you will be rewarded back with the perk point, so you can either choose to use that on a different perk, or you can just wait until you get your fame level back up and purchase the original perk that you had. Pets was also a really big thing. Loads of you guys were asking me if pets could get famous. They cannot. Pets cannot gain fame. They still have their Simstagram, but it doesn't have any effect. Like, they don't have a fame panel. They can't get acting gigs or anything like that. Your pets cannot become famous in The Sims 4, which I'm kind of gutted about because I would love to see that, but unfortunately it's not in this expansion. Lots of people were actually asking me about bodyguards and also whether there are any other careers in this game. The only careers that we are getting is the acting career. Like, as a traditional career, that's the only one. We also get style influencer in the patch, but you can't become a stylist or a bodyguard or anything like that. Also, bodyguards, they're not really bodyguards, they're more like bouncers. They only, I think if you set it as to like a hotspot or like a celebrities only lot, I don't know if that's a thing, but bouncers will only spawn outside places where like regular Sims can't get in, if that makes sense. Like, your Sim can't hire a bodyguard to keep them safe. I don't think they spawn with a bodyguard either. I actually didn't have a level 5 Sim. The highest I got was to level 3 as a celebrity, but I'm fairly sure the like bodyguards don't spawn around your Sim and they don't like work for your Sim. And speaking of traits, I did have a quick look at Creator Sim. However, I unfortunately totally blanked on the new aspirations and the new trait, but we have 2 new aspirations. One of them is to do with the acting career, and that's part of the creative trait selection. And then the second one is just to do with living a celebrity lifestyle, and I'm sure we'll have something to do about like the fame system and becoming like a 5-star worldwide celebrity. Self-absorbed is the new trait. These Sims are all about themselves. They can fish for compliments, are more excited when receiving a present, and may become tense when they haven't gotten enough attention. The celebrity spotlight is something they generally relish. After all, everyone else should love them as much as they do themselves, right? So yeah, that's the one new trait that we get in this expansion pack. Big thank you to Jovan. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below. He did some awesome videos on Get Famous, so definitely go check them out. And really quickly, other questions that have been asked. Is there a disguise system for celebrities? Yes, there is. SimGuru Ninja confirmed that to me. However, I did not play with it, which I'm really sorry about, guys, but I only had like 3.5 hours and there was a lot to cover in this pack. Children and teenagers can both get famous. They cannot like join a career. They can't be like children actors, but they can gain fame by doing positive things, being born into like a celebrity household, hanging out with celebrities. They can gain fame all the way the adults can, apart from going to work. Also about the costumes, some costumes are unlocked from Creator Sim, like they're just in the game already. Most of them, though, will unlock as you go up in the acting career, kind of the same way as how Get to Work outfits were actually unlocked, like the detective one and stuff. Your Sim will have to be in the acting career and will have to work their way up for those items to become unlocked in Creator Sim. There are 2 new skills. The acting skill is a level 10 skill, and the production skill is a level 5 skill. Also in the world, there are no new apartments or penthouses. I know you guys were thinking they would be the perfect opportunity, but unfortunately they are not included in Del Sol Valley. There are also a couple of new events, but they are actually conditional if your sim is a celebrity. So I think when they reach like level 2 celebrity status, they can actually click on their phone and go to the event selection, just how you would do to throw a birthday party or something. And I think it's level 2 where they unlock a meet and greet event, so they can actually set up their own meet and greets when you reach specific levels. And SimGuru Ninja said that like more become available the higher you get in your celebrity status. So definitely keep checking your events to see if you can do any of the new fame ones. Also, I know a lot of you guys were asking about the club system and whether clubs can get famous. They cannot. There is no like setup for clubs also having like a fame and a reputation outside of the Sims who are in it. So you can make, I think you can make a celebrity only club. I'm fairly sure that's not 100%. I hope you would be able to do that, but you can't actually like set a fame level for a club. I know a couple of you were asking if we got any new rewards in the reward store. I unfortunately have no idea about that, and I also don't know about new collectibles either. I know your Sims can actually collect autographs from people, and these will actually spawn in your Sims inventory once you ask a celebrity for an autograph, and you can actually appraise these and then sell them on for way more value. So if you wanted to do like a rags to riches challenge with like your Sim being like a professional fangirl, then that is a possibility because you can appraise them and sell them on. However, I don't know if they class as a new collectible. I highly doubt it because it depends who you have in your game as a celebrity. So I'm not 100% on new collectibles either. And I'm going to round up this FAQ here because I have come down with the Sims Camp flu and my voice is killing me. Those are also all the questions that I could find that you guys had asked me before I went to camp, whilst I was at camp, and since putting up my videos yesterday. If you have any more that you think I may be able to answer, leave them in the comments down below. I love feeding you guys all the information that you want that I can answer to. So leave your questions down below if you have any more that I haven't covered. But thank you all so much for the support on these Get Famous videos. I know you guys are excited. I know there's some ups and downs about new packs, but that's always gonna be the way. I'm just here to try and clear up some of the confusion. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye guys!